Assalamu alaikum, everyone. This is Joseph Al-Zuru from Modern Dawa. How's it going? I know it's been a little busy, but I'm happy to do another video for you guys. And today we're going to be focusing on this question that many non-Muslims like to ask, and you'll be familiar with this if you've been doing Dawa. It's one of the most popular questions that always pops up, and we're going to dive into this and kind of clear up the misconceptions about it. It's actually been popularized because of people like Ricky Gervais who make these sort of statements about this kind of question. So let's get into it. And the question is, the statement is, there's so many religions, they all say it's the truth. So why is yours the truth? Why should I believe in yours? There's so many gods. Everyone believes in different gods. Why should I believe in Islam? It's just one of those that are just made up. Well, first of all, this can be unpacked very, very easily. They act like it's so hard. No, it's very simple as long as you use your mind and intellect to simplify things and find out what the truth is. Okay? People like to overcomplicate things, and out of their ignorance, they just give up and say, "Oh, everything is wrong." And there's a phrase I like to bring up, an analogy that really puts it into perspective. I like to use this a lot, and I heard it somewhere, I forgot where, but it's about the theories. So just because there's many different theories of how John F. Kennedy was murdered doesn't mean they're all wrong. One of them could be true. So we have to dig deep and come to the best possible conclusion that there is. And that's just a small perspective. When we're thinking about the world and what our purpose is, why are you just going to give up because there's many theories out there? Why? I mean, this is so important. This is our purpose in our life. Don't just give up because people say different things. One of them could be true, and one of them is true. It's probably not going to end up great for you in the end, right? So we have to use our minds. We have to use our intellect. Okay, so let's do that. And once we do that, you'll find out it's really not that many theories to boil down. It's very simple. First, use your logic. Okay, does God exist? That should be your foundational premise. Okay, does God exist? If He doesn't, okay, now we can start there, and we can have this discussion. Does God exist? Okay. After that, it's logical to conclude that He does exist. Okay. So now, is He one? Is He multiple? Or whatnot? Okay, so once we got that God exists, that wipes out atheism and all these analogies that don't accept God. Okay, so now we have God in the picture. Buddhism is now out of the picture. So, because they don't believe in God, they're more of it's more of a philosophy than a religion. So we have a creator God. Okay, now is He one? Is He multiple? Okay, it's more logic to conclude. You can look at my other videos that He is one, right? So if God is one, okay, now it eliminates almost every religion that's out there, because you got Hinduism believes in manifestations of God into everything. You have Christianity, who believes God returned into man and He's a Trinity and all this. So that logically couldn't make sense if God is one. They say three is one, but anyone with a logical sense can't. When they picture three and one, they picture three and one. They don't picture just three inside of one. It's not logically concluded. And anyone who thinks about it intellectually, that God will manifest Himself into earth and also be into heaven, but also be in a one. It's just, it doesn't go together, and so you can eliminate that. You can eliminate all these other religions that believe, all these polytheists and everything that believe God is multiple, Zeus, and all these things. So it really boils down to, did God communicate to mankind, right? So now you got Islam, Judaism, and more of like a monotheistic but not personal creator God. He didn't communicate with mankind. Okay? So now it's really just boiled down to 3. This is boiled down to 3. See how easy that was? All we had to do is use our mind a little bit. So now you boil it down to, did God communicate to mankind? I think it's most rational that a God who could do everything and created this world must have had a purpose, must have had a will for us. It's most logical to conclude that he did communicate with mankind. If you're saying God couldn't communicate with mankind, you're limiting God and therefore cannot be God. So you must have a personal relationship with God. I made a video about this. Go to that. And so let's conclude that he did communicate. So now that leaves Judaism and Islam. And if you want to include Christianity still, you can do that. So how did he communicate? Through maybe these books, maybe they're truth. How do we determine if they're true? Now you do your investigation into, did these prophets really say what they said? How do we know that? We do further investigation into their lives. Were they telling the truth? We go to Moses salam. How do we know what he said? We go to the Torah. Oh, well, has the Torah been preserved? Well, no, it hasn't. So you go to the Bible. Has the Bible been preserved? No, it hasn't. You go to the Quran. Has the Quran been preserved? Yes, it has. Now we have something where we can go back and we can look at, and we know the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him's life in detail. Now we can go back to that and we can look at it. See how simple that was? I did it in 5 minutes. But these people think it's so hard. Oh my gosh, all these religions, what do they say? Because they don't think about it. They just want to live their life how they live it. They don't want to think too much because they're programmed to think that this world is just how it is and nothing else matters but their individual needs and desires, and this is from Shaitan. So we need to really talk to these people and give them a few minutes to reflect and think, and inshallah they will accept the deen, because really we just want them to go to heaven. We want them to have the best in this life and the next life, inshallah. So hope you benefited from this video. If you did, please like it, please subscribe, please help support all my platforms and Instagram and YouTube. Thank you. Jazkallah. Love you all. Assalamu alaikum.